Hi, this video is with my Sage Kayli and I'm playing Telekinetics. I'm actually a level below what I was in the last Sage video I uploaded. I was just going back through my recordings and seeing if I could find any good ones. I thought this one was decent. So usually I would kind of run straight for the Huttball every single time I play Huttball. But I decided in this match I didn't really want to play objectives quite as strongly as I usually do. I usually only focus on objectives. This was one of my first matches with Telekinetics, so I just kind of wanted to DPS for a bit. But I do switch over to doing objectives later in the game. So like at this point I should have been off healing for the Sentinel ring past me. Another thing, as this is older than my last Sage video, in terms of when it was recorded, I still haven't worked out that I have phase walk on this character. I do start to use it earlier. Here I was going for a push and then kind of screwed up what I was doing. I kind of ran really weirdly and then forgot to do it. So I wanted to push the Marauder back down into the pit there. Because at this point I noticed I had a phase walk, so I just randomly placed it down. It does actually help out in a second, you'll come to see. So I'm kind of on my own here attacking the ball carrier. Taking a lot of damage, down to 250 health. Used my phase walk. Noticed that the med pack behind me up, so run for that. Luckily the other team was more focused on the ball carrier than on me. Or maybe they didn't see me. So the ball's been reset, so usually I'd be right in there, sprinting to the mid to pick up the ball. I was just fighting here. I was pushed towards the ball carrier here, so I actually did some objectives. Or rather attacked the person who was attacking our ball carrier. I guess that kind of counts. Get a cleaner, droid.
Success! That's how it's done!
So it's at times like this where a phase walk would have been useful, not for placing it randomly in the middle on the ground there, but if you have a phase walk placed up on the platforms and a character like an assassin comes up to you, you can just teleport back up onto a ledge. Again, the game was trying to tell me something here. I was pushed towards the ball carrier, so I started attacking him. Together with the gunslinger we managed to root him in the fire long enough that he died, but the gunslinger for some reason was standing in the fire himself, so the ball got reset.
Our dogs have the ball, but for how long?
I accidentally used my Mind Crush there without the proc that makes it faster. The proc had just run out, I think. In case you don't know, using Telekinetic Gust gives you a proc which makes your Mind Crush 0.5 seconds faster or something like that. Again, usually I'd be going for the ball here.
Frog dogs, grab the ball. Run, frog dogs!
So the gunslinger from my team picks it up, so I notice him, put a bubble on him, heal him up a tiny bit. But my off-healing wasn't really enough to stop him dying. Did manage to kill the ball carrier though. The gunslinger typed in chat something along the lines of what I usually feel when I'm playing Huttball when people aren't playing the objectives.
That goes up, frog dog! Get a cleaner, droid!
I wasn't really in position to stop the ball carrier there, the assassin, so I assumed he was going to score, so technically if you're playing objectives at this point, the next best thing to do when you think the opponent's about to score is to secure mid so that you guarantee your team's the team to pick up the ball once it resets into middle. I didn't actually mean to fall down there, I was kind of hoping to push the assassin into the fire.
Score one for the Rotworms!
So once the other team scored and we were losing, was finally time for me to decide to do some objectives. So I picked up the ball, sprinted to jump over the fire. Probably should have actually saved my sprint, it's more useful at the fire pit stages here. Because I've been mezzed there and slowed down, I couldn't get over the fire. Noticed the gunslinger up there. What I hadn't noticed was that I didn't have my pass button bound, so I was jumping up and down, spamming Y, which is the keybind I usually use, until I noticed that I didn't have the keybind, so I do fix that later in the match. Even if you're someone who doesn't keybind, whilst I'd recommend that you do anyway, but if you are someone who doesn't want to keybind, I recommend you keybind your pass the Huttball button anyway, because it's so much easier, so much faster just to pass the ball by spamming whatever you've keybound and having the person you want to pass to targeted. Unfortunately, the gunslinger didn't manage to score in the end. I just took the opportunity to heal up a bit whilst no one was attacking me until the sniper came. Obviously wanted to get out of this massive slow, decided to pick up the damage buff on the way, or the power buff technically. I was kind of worried about dying there. I had no idea where I had placed my phase walk, but remembered I had placed it, so I just decided to use it. I was kind of on low health here, so even if I was playing objectives properly, I probably wouldn't have gone for it. But definitely should have been supporting the ball carrier on my team here, the Sage, by off-healing. Yeah, he passes to me, so I'm kind of forced to do the objectives. Saving my 4-speed here because you want to use it to try and get over the fire where possible. I used it too early, so it ran out before I got to the fire. So that was a wasted 4-speed. Again, I tried to pass using Y, but it wasn't there. So I click on the button and try and pass it, but it's too slow. So I decided I needed to fix it. So in case you don't know how to keybind your pass the Huttball button, because it is kind of weird. It's not on one of your usual scroll down all the way to the bottom, or fairly near the bottom, to your temporary quick bar, and that's where your pass the Huttball is. So cast it to Y, which is what I usually use.
Neutral ball, let's go berserk! Frogworm pass is a complete failure. Frog dog ball.
So I tried to help out the ball carrier here, but I ended up pulling his dead body, which wasn't quite what I was trying to do. I was in a pretty good position to attack the ball carrier at this point.
Frog dogs just pull the ball handler apart.
The lamppost kind of gets in my way here when I start to cast the Mind Crush, so I dropped down. Wasn't sure if, not sure if I intended to or not, but it definitely helped in terms of keeping line of sight of the people I was trying to attack. Again, not the best placement for my phase walk, but better than nothing, I guess. Was a bit slow at reacting to the ball pass there, but no one else was contesting mid, so I just stood there and spam clicked on the spawn point until I picked it up. Again, probably should have saved my 4-speed for the fire pits, but it is quite useful for getting over the acid pit. Didn't really have anyone around me, that's why I was looking around to see if anyone was up on the pits to pass to. I'd used both my med pack and adrenal and my heals at this point. I could have stood and healed, but I figured I was more likely to go over the fire pit if I sprinted, but my sprint didn't quite come up in time. And I got hit for 25k by heat-seeking missiles. That didn't help.
Frog dogs, grab the ball! Run, frog dogs! Frog dog pass incomplete. Rotworm ball.
So I noticed our Sentinel had the ball, so I went over, bubbled him, threw him some heals, and wanted to sprint over the fire and pull him up, but the fire was up, so I just pulled him anyway. He was trying to line of sight the sniper down there by using the box. Eventually makes his way over the fire, just in time. Threw him a few heals, another bubble, and that was enough for him to get over the line.
Score! Give those frog dogs a point! Rotworms may as well crawl in a hole. They're already playing dead. Frog dogs, grab the ball! Run, frog dogs!
So run away here. This little ledge here makes it harder for the sniper to attack because he won't have line of sight on the bit that slides down.
Frog dog pass connects. Big
Wasn't
game.
expecting to get the pass here, so I had my ally targeted. Decided to make a jump for it and head over the fire. Just about made it using my health pack, and well, I didn't use my health pack in the end, but using my bubble and heals.
Neutral ball. Let's go, Missy!
At this point I could have just let myself die, but I was kind of in the mood for fighting people, so
Destroyed by the frog dogs.
making my way towards the edge, then using my damage, and I was kind of hoping for a mid pack to be there. Noticed the Marauder on really low health. I was hoping that would kill him. He then vanished,
Ball handler apart.
but made the mistake of walking towards me when I had my bubble stun. Wasn't really sure what to use as an instant damage, so I actually killed him with my knockback there, which is kind of funny. I decided it wasn't worth wasting my mid pack here. I didn't really have any cooldowns to follow it up, and it wasn't like it was a important situation. It's better to save it for when you're carrying the ball or something. So we scored again, only a minute left. So there was not really much point going for the ball because they weren't going to score 2 times in 1 minute, or at least I'd be surprised if they did.
Frog dog crush. Spectacular Rotworms play.
I just attached the ball carrier in case. Also, they were nicely grouped up. Again, kind of doing some weird stuff with my movement. Fell down into this gap.
Rotworm pass is good for a gain.
It kind of worked out, I guess. Making use of my force slow is actually quite useful. In Huttball at least, not damage-wise. But for objectives when you're trying to stop people getting to places, obviously slows are good. Some cheeky CC from the sniper here. And that's the end of the game. So this is probably one of the only Huttballs you'll ever see with me playing not the objectives the whole time. Funnily enough, I actually ended up with the most objective points on my team. But, most of the game I wasn't really doing the objectives. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. My Sage is now level 70, so next time I upload a Sage video will most likely be a max level video. I'll carry on uploading videos of all the different classes I'm playing, and yeah, subscribe if you want to get notifications when those videos come out. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.